Hey everyone, it's Vinny, and we are back at Aqueduct this weekend. There is a chance of rain on Saturday, but at the time of recording, it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad, so I did handicap these races, expecting a fast and firm turf. If that changes, I'm sorry in advance. It's tough to predict the weather sometimes here in New York, so just going off of the early forecast. And if that changes, I can't really control it. But anyway, let's get into it. Race number 4 on Saturday is the Notebook Stakes. It's for 2-year-old New York breds going 6 furlongs. And the number 6 works for me for trainer Joseph Lee is my pick here. 5-2 on the morning line. Irad takes them out. And he just seems a little bit faster than the rest of his competition here, in my opinion. Now, I don't know if that's because he's just running against some better horses who are running better, so his number's inflated. But I think if he runs as good as he did last time out, where he finished third in the Atlantic Beach Stakes here, I think he's going to be very, very tough. Again, he's 5-2 on the morning line, and I would play him to win as long as he is 2-1 or higher. I know he's 1-for-5, but if you compare his numbers and his times to the rest of the field, in my opinion, he just seems like he's slightly better than the rest of these. So for that reason, the number 6 works for me. For trainer Joseph Lee is my top pick. In race 4, I'll be playing him to win. Race number 5 on Saturday is the Grade 2 Hill Prince Stakes. And the number 3 integration for Shug McGahee looks very, very tough here, coming off a very impressive stakes win last time out. I'm going to key him in exactas, but there are 2 horses here who I think could pull off a minor upset. The first one that I think pull off a minor upset is number 9 Classic Catch for Todd Pletcher. Back-to-back races this horse has been entered in on the turf. Both races have been taken off the turf, and he has run very well on the dirt. He's 8-1 morning line, and Todd again enters him on the turf here. I think Todd just really wants to see what this horse can do on the turf, or he really thinks he's a turf runner. Because how he's run on the dirt, he's run pretty good. So I don't think there's any reason to force him on the turf unless Todd really thinks he is a turf runner. 8-1 morning line, I think more than fair to use him. I think if he takes to the turf, he will definitely outrun those 8-1 morning line odds. The second horse that I like here is one of 3 Chad Brown runners, which I already know only using one of the Chads is going to get me in trouble. Just is tradition that the longest price Chad seems to win in spots like this. But the number 4, Equidize, Irad, coming in off a 7-month layoff. This one broke his maiden at Tampa back in March, and I had him that day. I really like the pedigree on this one, which is kind of my reason for playing him. The works coming back have been okay. I feel like you never see Chad Brown runners working like out of their skin or anything like that. So the works are normal for a Chad Brown horse, in my opinion. I really like the pedigree here. In that maiden race, he might have beaten nothing, but I thought he did it pretty impressively and without much asking. So I'm expecting him to improve second time out, even though it is a bit of a layoff. But I'm going to be keying Shug's horse here in a exacta key box with the number 4 and the number 9 here. So it'd be 3 with 4-9 key exacta box is what I will be playing here. Hoping that this exacta maybe pays like 10-1 if the 3 for Shug wins. I don't know how far down he's going to get bet. He is even money on the morning line, which is never a great sign, but Classic Catch is one of the higher price horses in the field. I don't think this Chad Brown horse is going to take a ton of money. He's 5-1 on the morning line, so I feel like this exacta, even if the chalk wins, should pay around $9 to $10, which I'll gladly take here. Looking at Sunday's card, race number 6 is a maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies, and I don't have morning line odds yet for Sunday's card, but high track for Todd Pletcher is where I landed. Pedigree a little suspect here, but the gate work last time out for a 2-year-old filly I thought was very noteworthy here. Finished 8 out of 126, breezing from the gate, 4 furlongs in under 48 seconds. Pretty good time for a 2-year-old. The fact that she's getting out of the gate, though, is kind of what impressed me the most here. Half the time with these 2-year-old races, they're won and lost at the gate. The horses, if they get out of the gate clean and they can kind of put themselves into the race, like unless they end up being superstars, which I don't think anybody in this field will end up being a superstar. Unless they're superstars, these 2-year-olds usually don't overcome like ridiculous things like a very bad start or getting bumped hard early. So if she gets out of the gate clean and she's right involved in the pace, I think she's got a very good chance to beat this field for Todd Pletcher. So strictly a gate work play. It's actually worked for me quite a few times this year with his 2-year-olds coming in with very good gate works. He's had a few of these this year. He had a bunch at Saratoga. He's had a couple cents that they've worked very well from the gate, and then they end up winning their debut. So that's high track for Todd Pletcher in race number 6 on Sunday. Race number 7 on Sunday is the Forever Together Stakes, and I really like the number 7 Faith in Humanity for Chad Brown with Manny Franco riding. I know Chad's got another runner in here, but this one, she's a 2-time Grade 3 winner. She came back off the layoff last time out, and she set the pace and then folded. Looked like she really needed one. She was eased across the line. I don't think she's here in this spot a month and a half later if she's not more fit than she was that day. And if she is more fit, I think she can get back to her Grade 3 winning form. This field is, I would say, like a kind of grade three quality. It is a listed stake, but it is kind of a Grade 3 quality field. You look at the runners in it. But I think if she gets out on the pace and she is more fit, I think she's gonna be very tough to track down here. Again, I don't have morning lines, but I'm gonna guess she's probably gonna be around that 4 or 5 to 1 morning line, and I think that's more than a fair price. If she's the favorite, I think then maybe you try to beat her with somebody, but I don't think she'll be the favorite. I'm expecting her to be more fit here. So that's where I'm going to land is the number 7, Faith in Humanity with Manny Franco up for Chad Brown. And I'm just going to play her straight to win. And I will play her in a double. I'll play her in a double as well with the race number 6 high track for Todd Pletcher. So best of luck if you're playing this weekend. We play doubles actually with both days of my best bets here. Race number 4 and the race number 5 on Saturday, and race number 6 and into race number 7 on Sunday. So best of luck if you are playing, and I will see you next time.